Hello, my name is Rabi. I exist under the RabiTAI program. In this series of video guides, I will show and explain how to configure the program for your own smart, or not very smart, assistant. You are watching the third video in the series. In the previous video, we taught the assistant, Waffle, to speak and made him remember. Now, I think we need to give him a shape. Specifically, we will connect the Vtube Studio model. Let me add a small note. For the model, you need to pre-configure a minimum of 4 main animations. For the assistant's inactivity, for the time when he is listening, for the time when he is thinking, and for the time when he is speaking. You can create more different animations for these actions. Then they will be chosen randomly. Okay, let's open Vtube Studio. Right, within the RabiTAI program, we go to the Vtube Studio tab and click on Activation. In clicking on Connect, if the status has changed to waiting, I immediately go back to the Vtube Studio program. Within it, I accept the authorization request from the program. One can optionally return to the program and check the status, which should change to Connected. In selecting the model for our future assistant. In setting up the waiting animation, or, as I mentioned at the beginning, for inactivity. Now we're going to the hotkey settings. We need to create 4 hotkeys for changing the waiting animations. If you have more animations, we create more hotkeys. Don't forget to assign names to them. We don't necessarily need to set the hotkey combinations ourselves. If your model has emotions, they are expressions, then we create hotkeys for them too. Additionally, we're creating a hotkey for deleting all expressions. And we also need to add the emotion of normalcy, for moments when the assistant isn't experiencing any emotions. Now we can return to the RabiTAI program. Okay, let's go to the main animation tab and select the actions created in Vtube Studio for each type of animation. We can choose multiple at once. On the Trigger Word Animation tab, if you created hotkeys for emotions, you can activate them. We're turning it on and selecting the action for deleting all expressions. It will trigger every time the program starts, to prevent overlapping emotions with the assistant. We're adding emotions, setting keywords for them, and choosing actions for each one. And if we don't want the assistant to voice the keywords, we activate Remove from Text. Oh dear! I completely forgot. To make the assistant speak move, we need to configure audio redirection from the program's output to input in Vtube Studio. To do this, we download and install a virtual cable. In Windows Sound Settings, under Additional Sound Settings, we set the output for the program to the virtual cable. In Vtube Studio Settings, under Microphone Settings, we set the microphone to the virtual cable. We also enable microphone listening. Now in the model parameters, for the Morse open parameter, we set it to input voice volume. The settings are finished. We open Vtube Studio in the window to observe the assistant's model. Let's go to the Chat tab. We start a dialogue with the assistant and observe the reactions in Vtube Studio.
Hello there. Cuckoo, it's a beautiful day, isn't it? Cuckoo.
You just have to see our waffle. Honestly, it's not a pigeon, but a real eagle. Tweet that. That's all for this video. Subscribe, like, don't forget to comment. Thank you for your attention, and goodbye. See you.